Out of position that time by Kernahan. Down it goes towards Hamilton. Meets it nicely on the boundary line, but he takes it over the line and out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 4. Out of position that time by Kernahan. Down it goes towards Hamilton. Meets it nicely on the boundary line, but he takes it over the line and out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Carlton goal. They've got a goal on the board to the Bombers 1 point. But it's early days yet. A very big crowd here today, round about the 50,000 mark, I would say. Ball shot back there. I think that was a bit of good luck that time over to Hurd. A good pass to Baker. That's his 6th possession already. He's really starring in the centre. Drives the ball back. Knocked out by Doherty. Still once again. Oh, that's a bad hand pass. Beautifully intercepted by Izzard. A snap and goal. What a ripper! Oh, magnificent play by Izzard. A goal.
And Madden and Kernahan contesting that one. It comes to McClure ultimately. He has a snapshot at goal. No score, but a great mark taken by Glascott. Now, he will be on a pretty fair angle, David Glascott, playing his 101st senior game.
Of course, Wayne Harm's playing his 150th today, Pete.
Bruce Doyle last week reached another milestone as well. He was playing his
350th.
350th, that's right. It was a 250th.
350th, yeah.
Been around a long time. That's not a great kick, but it got the desired result. That was a goal. Kick by David Glascott. It was Carlton second, so the Blues in front again. 2-1-13 to 1-4-10 at the MCG.
Oh, that to be 350. I can remember as a kid watching Bruce Doyle play.
Bruce Doyle started in 1969, didn't he? And I don't think I've ever seen Bruce play a bad game. He might have had a couple of,
off days, but never really bad.
He has been an ornament to Carlton. 20 minutes gone in the first quarter. Carlton lead by 3 points. 13 plays 10. And there he is. The flying doormat knocked over by Jeff Rains. No free kick for that. Picked up by Dean. Dean goes for the hand pass to Robertson and turned over to Johnston. Up towards left half forward. Knocked away by Walsh. Backing up well as Hamilton and also Izzard. Scouts well. He's got a bit of pace this fellow. Izzard's kick up towards centre field. Meldrum. Elshaw never went for the ball.
Should have.
He could have. That was the thing. Glascott's kick, a wobbly one, and standing his ground well as Kenny Sheldon. Sheldon from centre field. Centre field area not too bad. It was covered, of course. Knocked away by Walsh, doing a good job down there on Kernahan so far. Thompson's kick, a short one. Out towards centre wing. Meldrum should get there first. Bounce favours Hurd. Grabbed when he didn't have the ball for mine. No free kick from the umpire, which was perhaps a little strange. And Hurd copped one from Meldrum for his corner. Picked up by Folds. Bradley. Sheldon. Letting it go a bit here, and subsequent to that, there's a fight on centre wing. Folds is down. Players rushing from everywhere, and the ball in the meantime is out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket. Now let's sort this out. Even the Carlton runner is out there. Peter Cameron having a close look. David Rhys-Jones pointing the finger at Shane Hurd, but he wasn't the culprit.
Certainly wasn't.
Walsh and Kernahan. Good duel that. Walsh, I think, slightly on top so far, although Kernahan's got a goal. That'd count against him. Duckworth, good tap on. Out the duel, and Danaher, great tackle from Danaher. Robertson. Harms. Back to duel. Don't often see him fumble. And as we were saying before, what a great player he's been for Carlton. Izzard likes a mark over the top, and that one was a great one.
Great mark to Izzard. 3 points the difference in favour of Carlton. The kick is okay. It's grabbed here now by Simon Madden. Over it goes to Foles. Foles lets fly up towards Sam, and he's got a chance here. Got one hand to it. Backing up well this time as Dean didn't take any chances. He went to the safe way out and forced it through for 1 point. So it's 2 points the difference as we approach the 22.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Well, it's been a pretty torrid game so far, Pete. No big pardons. I think the Bombers are trying to take or put Carlton off guard, because they are a confidence team, and once they get in front, they take a lot of rolling.
Excellent mark.
Good mark to Meldrum. Quickly plays on out wide to Motley, one of their best players in this first quarter. He's got the ball out there on the wing position, boots it over the 50-metre attacking line. McClure got a hand to it, couldn't hold the mark. Mark Thompson's well tackled that time by Glasgow.
Deliberate out of bounds.
Yeah, well, he got it. It's a magnificent tackle. I think he might have deliberately pushed it out as he was going down, knowing that he couldn't get clear.
That's what the free kick's for.
So we see Glasgow now about 40 metres out from goal, right on the boundary line. A difficult shot, but this very clever winger's a very good kick for goal. Pretty talented side when you look through this Carlton lineup. The kick. Oh, that's a ripper. Oh, how about that by Glasgow? A goal.
That's his second goal, Lou.
2 goals to Glasgow, and of course the scoreboard now reading Carlton 3 goals, 119 to Essendon 1-5-11.
1,646 people enjoying a great first quarter at the MCG. The Carlton side made some interesting moves in the second term. We're of course used to seeing the name Silvani in defence for Carlton over a number of years now. But interestingly enough, in the second term, Silvani left the interchange bench and was pushed down into the forward line. On the Essendon lineup, another big move was that of Roger Merritt, taken from the ground, as was the case with Footscray's Brad Hardy yesterday. The Brownlow medalist drag in the second term came out to play a great third term. Could that be the case with Roger Merritt? Well, let's return now to the game. It's the second quarter, midway through, and Carlton at the moment looking pretty good.
They're trailing by 20 points. This could be a 15-metre penalty against Rhys Jones, but the umpire a little bit lenient. Let him go that time. A short pass, grabbed by Hawkham at centre half forward. Goes for another pass, and there's a mark to Bowles, well within kicking distance, about 35 metres out from goal.
It's about the first mistake that Wayne Harmes has made today.
Certainly is. We're at the 15-minute mark, and it's 20 points the difference. So the Bombers still within striking distance. If he kicks this goal, it's only 14 points the difference. He's had 6 possessions so far, Bowles. There's the kick on its way, and it's a goal. So the Bombers still in this game quite easily. 5 goals, 3-33 Carlton to Essendon 2-7-19.
At the moment, we have 6 gentlemen with water bottles on the field, one of which is on screen. It happens from time to time, but this has got out of hand in the last few weeks. I've noticed these guys running on with water bottles. Every club does it.
Well, they're pretty thirsty players, Pete, I suppose.
Well, they are used as extra messengers, of course, Lou, and they carry out the water bottles.
I think there's an excuse for one player that plays football. That's Waitman, who plays with Richmond. He's a diabetic, so he has sweet drinks all the time. Centre bounce again. It's only 14 points the difference. Knocked out by Justin Madden. Coming in to meet it now is Danaher out towards the wing position. Goes long to the half forward line. Bowles is just... Oh, did he get that one? The umpire said play on. He grabbed it on the half volley that time. He'll ball it up. Good decision by the umpire. It looked as though he could have got that one, but it hit the ground first. So it'll be a ball up on Essendon's half forward on about 65 metres out from their goal. 14 points the difference into the second quarter. 16 and a half minutes gone. Picked up by her. That's Bradley's tag, and he's held him back pretty well today. Meldon's grabbed by Duckworth. Just about holding the ball. He didn't think so. Bit of a scrimmage going on there as they get back into the play again. Picked up by Dool. A hurried kick. But there we see Baker again. No doubt the Bombers' best player, if not the best player on the ground. Short pass, a ripper. And Fowles, interference, he'll get the mark and the free kick. So Fowles round about centre half forward, 55 metres out from goal. Salmon making a lead, but he's ignored that. Salmon's been pretty well covered by Doherty's today, and Doherty's having a great season with Carlton. Got under that one, a chance for Rezard, taps it on beautifully over there with Madden. That's another goal. So the difference only 8 points now. The Bombers back in business.
That's the scoreboard.
Scoreboard is 5 goals, 3-33 Carlton to Weston, bouncing back 3-7-25.
Well, best man for Essendon has been Leon Baker. He played a good first quarter, and he certainly kept them in the play in this second term.
He's had 14 possessions so far, Pete.
He's played a great game, and I think Robert Walls will have to try to check him if he can. We're approaching the 18-minute mark now of the second term. 25 plays 33, only 8 points in favour of Carlton. Johnston to half forward. Hawker to right half forward flank, knocked away by Motley, who was Carlton's best player in the first quarter. Dean's kick very close to the boundary line. Alvin can't quite take it. Now he can. Just about ran out of play though when he gets it over to Johnston. Johnston from left half forward flank centres the ball up towards Mark McClure. Has to try to beat 2 of them. Juggles it. Couldn't do so. Strush ran the wrong way for the hand pass. He was on his blind side. Now he gets a chance. Has a snapshot of goal. Silvani in the square.
Well, Silvani was going the other way that time, and he decided to come back, and it fell right into his arms, Pete.
So Stephen Silvani, the chance to give Carlton a little bit more breathing space. Only 15 metres out directly in front.
It'll beat class all the time, won't it?
It's his first kick of the game. He kicks a goal with it, his first. And as I said, it gives Carlton a little bit of breathing space. Essendon 3-7-25, Carlton 6-3-39 at the MCG.
Well, a nice goal by Silvani, and of course that'll give the young fellow a bit of confidence. We mentioned a couple of other players being knocked about by injury, such as Motley, but this fella's had a bad trot too. But
he had glandular fever at the start of the year, didn't he?
Certainly great to see him back in the lineup. A famous name, Silvani. Father Sergio, a great player for the Blues.
Noticeable difference, of course, that Stephen wears his socks up. 19.5 minutes gone. Second quarter action from the MCG. That was Silvani's first goal, 6-3 to 3-7. He had a match of the day, and what a match it's proving to be as Richardson puts Essendon into attack up towards left half forward flank. Folds playing at attack now for Essendon. Sees Harms try to clear the ball into his back. Is it? Umpire Howard right on the scene decides no, sir. It's going to be a bounce left half forward flank for the Bombers, 50 metres from goal.
14 points the difference just on the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. A ball up on the 50-metre attacking zone for Carlton. For Essendon, I should say, and they're doing a lot better in this last 10 minutes of this second quarter. Umpire separating Salmon and Justin Madden.
Now they're right, there, isn't there?
Ball knocked out by Madden, hits the deck. Reece Jones tries to spin it to the pack, finally gets it out to Murphy. Murphy at half back kicks the ball long to the half forward line. There's a chance now for Kernahan to knock the ball down, looking for Glassett. He's found him on the boundary line. He's picked it up. Goes for the long kick up there towards Silvani, and McClure at the back. Silvani got a hand to it. Duckworth crashes it. No, that was Thompson crashing into the pack. Pushed out by McClure. A hand pass from Robertson comes out. Hazard can't pick it up. They're all piling in now. They're going in like if their life depended on it. The umpire will ball it up. They're in the forward pocket position. It's been a pretty torrid and tough game. And a very important game to both these sides, because the Bombers have got to get back in the 5. And, of course, Carlton want to keep the double chance alive. Collingwood breathing right down their neck as we see Hazard's kick smothered back to Richardson. He lost that. It's picked up by Elshaw, kicks the ball wide towards that half back line. It beats them all. It'll be out of bounds about 65, 70 metres around from the Carlton goal. 21 minutes gone of this second quarter. Big crowd here today. 6 goals, 39 Carlton to Western 3-7-25. The ball back into play again. It's Elshaw juggling it. Picked up by Baker, still the best player on the ground in my book, as it goes back to Mick Thompson. Picked up by Wayne Harms. He's grabbed a bad hand pass. He lost that to Duckworth. Duckworth, they're coming out now as Doherty and Salmon. Not Doherty. Salmon gave him one to go on with. Picked up by Salmon. He could kick a goal here. The big fella lines him up. It's a goal. So that's brought the Bombers back again. That's his first. So the scoreboard, 6 goals, 3-39. Carlton to Essendon. 4 goals, 7-31. A difference of 8 points. Just on the 22-minute mark of this, the second quarter.
Added another 1 goal too, and at the half-time break led 7-5, 47. Essendon still off target, although they kicked 3 goals too for the term and trailed 4-7, 31. So a 16-point margin favouring the Blues as we go into the start of the all-important third quarter.
Carlton lead by 16 points as we begin the third quarter at the MCG. 7-5, 47 to 4-7, 31. It's a quarter that could really decide Essendon's final chances for season 1986. Knocked down to Robertson. Robertson up towards half forward for Carlton. Out comes Danaher. 2 skippers playing on each other at the moment. He and McClure. Alvin. Ball socket off the ground up to Hawker. Hawker picked it up from right half forward, chipped it into Harvey, but Harms playing the game of his life for 150. Back to Dean. Had about a 40-metre hand pass during the second quarter. It was unbelievable. Walsh. Folds. Neil Clark. Oh, stolen by Kernahan. Was intended for Elshaw. Good tackle by Bradley. Back to Clark. Madden and Hazard, the long and the short of it. Meldrum sandwiched, can't get clear. Back it comes to Strosh. Picked up by Duckworth, tries to crash his way through, succeeds. On to Harvey, could be a badly needed one here for Essendon. The hand pass to Salmon, have to turn quickly. He does so and puts it through. Salmon second, and a badly needed one for the Bombers. That came up as past the minute and a quarter mark of the third quarter. And the scoreboard shows Essendon now 5-7-37, Carlton 7-5-47. And that was the one they needed, Lewis.
Well, actually, Ezard caused the damage there by intercepting that mark of Big Maddens. And, of course, Duckworth, with sheer guts and determination, got it down there. And a good hand pass coming over there to Salmon for an easy goal.
Salmon's second goal. And the goal that they really needed to get them firing in the third quarter. 10 points the difference. Essendon into attack again. Hawker, well tackled by Dool. Out to Baker, the leading possession gatherer in the match so far. Dorotich and Salmon again. Harvey, all he has to do is soccer it through. Does so, looks okay. Goal, 2 to Essendon inside 2 minutes, and the Bombers are back in business. And Dorotich and Salmon take on each other as Harvey's down.
Dorotich and Salmon having a go down there at the back of the goals. Umpire Cameron coming across as Glasgow. They're coming in.
Duckworth's in there as well.
Harms is there too.
Peter Cameron directing traffic again. Confers with the goal umpire. Having a few words now to Paul Salmon. And the goal stands. Harvey is the man that got the heaviest knock. Seems to be okay. Dorotich having a few words. And the end result of all that, though, is that the goal still stands. Harvey was the one that put it.
10.5 minutes into the vital third term, and the Bombers are coming back. They trail by only 3 points as we return to the action.
The goals, and let's watch the result. Oh, mark. It'll be a mark to Hawker. That was a great mark. Now, he's on a very acute angle, but I should imagine he'll run around because he'd only be about a metre and a half out from the goals, and he's got big Justin Madden to kick over. He's had 15 possessions. I don't think we've ever seen him play a bad game this year, Pete, or even last year, Hawker.
Go back a bit further, Lou, too, I think. Very consistent player, Glenn Hawker.
Great kick getter, or a possession getter these days. We wait now for Hawker to, he'll come around. He's going to have the old banana kick. And the result is a goal. So the Bombers have hit the front at the 11-minute mark of this third quarter. 7 goals, 850 Essendon to Carlton, 7-5-47. Well, they're looking good. That was a strong mark taken by Hawker. As we've said, he's been a fine player for the Bombers over the last few years. We see Harvey coming off the ground.
And Merritt coming back on.
Merritt, who's been out of form, but there is some excuse for him, possibly because he's had an injured arm. But this may give him a bit of encouragement now that they're in front. And, of course, we've seen Ezard a far better player today than he has been the last few weeks, Pete.
Salmon's the leading goal kicker for Essendon. The remaining players are all singles. And, of course, that was Hawker's first goal. Glasgow has 3 for Carlton and Silvani 2. Rains and Glasgow getting ready to get into the action. 11.5 minutes have gone. Third quarter. Essendon in front now, 7-8 to 7-5. They've kicked 3 goals in this quarter, and Carlton indeed haven't scored. So the Blues are certainly going to have to do something. Maybe they can here through Johnston up towards the half-forward position. Murphy fumbles. Hamilton, well caught, breaks one tackle, can't break another. Loose ball picked up by Rhys Jones. He has a flying shot at goal. That's pretty good, but not target, I think, for 1 point. Very, very close from David Rhys Jones. Nonetheless, it is Carlton's first score of the term. It took them 12 minutes to get it. Carlton 7-6. They trailed by 2 points. Folds his kick to the outer side, marked by Rains. Not the greatest of hand passes to Elshaw, who comes back to Gary Folds again. Folds to centre field. Looks for Considine. About his first mark, I think. He'll have to be quick here to get the kick. He does so. Up towards half forward for Essendon. Duckworth intercepted by Meldrum, but he fumbles. Chance for Hawker again. Good tackle, Dool. And pass comes out to Ezard.
He threw it, Pete.
Free kick going to Carlton. By Peter Cameron right on the spot. Hawkeye himself. Dool. The centre wing over the top is Mark Thompson. Richardson, Hawker, and Elshaw. Elshaw's kick into the square. Justin Madden at the back. Oh, he should have tried to punch. He should have tried to punch it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a great mark by Ezard, but Like Salmon must be standing him up at least 3 feet, and he still couldn't get it away from the little fellow.
Well, he didn't try to punch through, he tried to mark, and it's a cardinal sin down there.
Well, he thought he had the advantage in height, but the little fella can jump in the air. We all know that.
Hazard, has he got it? I'll have to wait on the goal umpire. He has. And so the Bombers are killing them in this third quarter. They're looking good, Essendon, the premiers for the last 2 years. Hazard's first goal, second goal, after that mark in the square. And the scoreboard shows Essendon 8-8-56, Carlton 7-6-48.
Now, this is one of the problems Carlton have got. Once a side gets on top of them like the Bombers have now, we'll just see just what sort of a team they are, because we've watched them crumble before. They are a team that plays on confidence, and once they lose that, they've gone. Back in the centre again. They've got Kernahan in the ruck. Against Simon Madden, who got the tap down, picked up by Motley. The ball over the half-forward. That's a free kick out of Mark to Murphy's off like a shot, the little fella from the 50-metre mark. Down it goes there towards Silvani. A great mark there by Silvani. Right on the boundary line in the forward pocket, about 15 metres out from goal. And there's no doubt about Stephen Silvani. As Pete said, he was knocked about with an illness this year. What did he have?
Glandular fever.
Glandular fever, but this fella's got a lot of class. Of course, you'd have to say it's hereditary, Pete.
Kick 2 already.
He's right on the boundary line. A goal here. He went for a pass. Left unattended that time, Harms. A little bit of neglect on the part of the Bomber defence to allow him to come down. But I would say that Harms has been the Blues' best player. He's had 17 possessions, got a chance to kick a goal. There it is, right through the middle by Wayne Harms. So the scoreboard is Essendon 8 goals, 8-56. To Carlton, 8 goals, 6-54. A difference of 2 points as we approach the 15-minute mark of this third quarter. And what a game this has been here today, in front of about at least 50,000, I would say, Pete.
Yes, that was Harms's first goal, and it was also Carlton's first this quarter. It took them 15 minutes to get it. Once again, the difference is 2 points after Essendon led by 8. They trailed by 16 at half-time.
And there's a free kick, a penalty free kick going there to Simon Madden. In front is Merritt, couldn't hold the mark. Hazard and Meldrum having a great battle. Meldrum smothers that one, but he can't get out of the pack. It comes back to Stross. He had no hope of getting out. And the umpire will ball it up about 40 metres out from the Essendon goal. They're in front at the moment by 2 points, 56 plays 54, and we're just about on the 16-minute mark of this third quarter. Knocked out by Salmon, a shocking knockout, went straight to Motley, didn't even look that time, comes back towards Baker, and of course that was good play on the part of Considine, but he interfered too much, and the free kick will go to Stross there at half back.
Stross to centre wing. Madden late on the scene. Picked up by Motley. Or Glasgow it was. Glasgow to half forward now for Carlton. Mark Thompson gets there first for the Bombers. A good block though by Silvani. Picked up by Hamilton. Oh, he got one from his own man there. That was Folds. And so it will be a boundary throw in. Harvey's set to come back on, it would appear. He's been on and off today. Coming off is Salmon. Ball driven up towards half forward. And the mark taken by Walsh. See Madden down there in the pocket with Kernahan having a stint on the ball. At the back, Dorotich, who followed Salmon down for the interchange. It's picked up by Harvey. Harvey's gone for a short pass inboard. Richardson and Silvani. Silvani down, in goes Hamilton. McClure's been a fairly quiet player today. And it's going to be a bounce on centre wing. And in fact, McClure coming off.
Picked that pretty well, Pete.
So the skipper off for Carlton to be replaced by another, I think I can say, Kenny Sheldon's in the veteran class. Knocked down by Kernahan, but not a good one. Picked up by Alvin. Hamilton overruns it, so too does Rhys Jones. Almost in the back to Essendon down there. In fact, umpire Howard has seen that. And it will be a Bomber free kick. Let's see who's going to take it. Richardson. 15-metre penalty as well. Richardson now up to the true centre wing position. Considine. Not a good hand pass. Stross put the block in. Rhys Jones to centre wing. Oh, Robertson just got out of that one. Stross again with Folds. Elshaw. Hurd. Hurd's kick a short one. Back towards Baker. Long hand pass to Harvey. Harvey at left half forward flank. Down towards Duckworth. Merritt's there at the back. No one can take the grab. Hazard just about pinned. He nearly got clear. Gets clear the second time and shoots. That's not bad. It's a goal. Great snapshot by the little redhead. That's his third goal. And the scoreboard at the 18.5-minute mark of the quarter shows Essendon 9 goals, 8-62. Carlton 8-6-54.
Well, that's the sign of a champ, Pete. He lost it the first time, missed it, then went after it again with a lot of determination. A beautiful snapshot for goal by Essendon.
And Ken Sheldon coming off. He was only on for about 30 seconds, and he'll be replaced by Kenny. 19 minutes gone in the third quarter. That was Ezard's third goal. It's a crackerjack game of football now, with the Bombers looking a lot better.
8 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Ball comes back there towards the wing position. Bit of battling with Harms, Rains went into double, back to Richardson. Over it goes now to Considine. He's grabbed by Rhys Jones. Umpire called play on, intercepted beautifully by Nobby Clark. Spins away from Dean. Lost his boot in the meantime. It went about as far as the ball. Picked up by Billy Duckworth up towards the full forward position. This is bouncing back. Can it get there? It's a goal! I don't think Doherty's touched it. Yes, a goal! Oh, what a ripper. A little bit of luck there, Wade, but when you're hot, you're hot. When you're
7-10, 76, 14-point leaders over Carlton, 9-8-62. Just one minor point. I'm wondering if you noticed when Alan Ezard kicked that ball over his shoulder to score a miraculous goal for the Bombers. Did you see the look of despair on Wayne Harms' face as he leant up against the goalpost, waiting for the goal umpire to give his decision? It was a goal. That was history. So it all came down to the last quarter.
Essendon lead by 14 points before 51,646 fans at the MCG. The Bombers came back brilliantly in the third quarter, kicking 7-3 to 2-3. Can they go on with it now? Richardson possibly played his best game since joining the club. Ezard. That's a long kick down to half forward. Harvey has it knocked away by Dorotich. Picked up by Elshaw. Elshaw goes for a short pass. Hawker just can't quite grab it. Dean on the boundary line, gets dragged over it. The ball's still in play. Salmon to Elshaw. Shocker, out of bounds. Free kick.
They're certainly tackling a lot better since half-time, the Bombers. They've really gone after Carlton, haven't they?
They certainly are. Carlton totally outplayed them in the first half. It's been a different Essendon. Albin, he went out of it in the third quarter, only had one kick. And yet he was one of the Blues' best players in the first 2 terms. Off the hands of Justin Madden. Baker to Rains. Rains' kick is a high one. Salmon comes out. Dorotich. Clark has it smothered by Rhys Jones. Hamilton, not Considine got it to Clark and turned back to Harvey. Harvey has a snapshot at goal. He's off target though.
There's a free kick there against Hawker to Dean, pushing the back, Pete.
Dean onto Harms, playing game number 150, and before half-time was just about best on the ground. Madden goes for the palm on. Thompson was well caught, picked up by Murphy. Murphy's hand pass into the open spaces on centre wing. Down goes Strosh, ball very close to the boundary line. Murphy again, almost out of bounds on the full, off the knees, I thought. Boundary umpire didn't though, and it will be a boundary throw it on centre wing, just on Carlton's attacking side of centre. Down by Simon Madden, tried to get a kick at the ball, not successful. Bradley, he's been on the land of the missing today, and it's going to be a bounce on centre wing. It's been a great game of football though, and I'm sure everyone here has enjoyed this contest. Bounce on centre wing once again, contested by the 2 Maddens.
Ball kicked back towards Richardson, has certainly been a lot better player. This is the best game. Oh, that was a good block that time by Alvin. And no doubt one of their best players in the first half, as you mentioned, Pete. 1 possession, but he had plenty of mates in that third quarter. Carlton, they were down. Well, both ruckmen missed that. Picked up by Stross, who hasn't played a bad game. Bradley coming into it now, has been out of the picture all day. Up there towards McClure. Punched away by Danaher. Robertson goes after. He's first there. Hand pass back to Johnson. Hooks the ball back. And it'll be knocked back into play, but it was over the line for 1 point. So it's 13 points the difference. We approach the 3-minute mark of this last quarter. Short kick by Nobby Clark. It'll be okay and marked by Danaher. He's given a lot of support there to Walsh, who was doing a lone job down there. There's a push in the back against Justin Madden to go to his brother Simon. They're just about even for the day, I'd say, Pete. Kick by Madness over the half-forward line. The back is Duckworth. He's got it. Downey when he was going to play on then, I think, too. That might have been a little bit of luck his way. Kicks the ball long, looking for Salmon, but well covered by Dorridge. The ball comes to the back of the pack. Considine couldn't get clear. It's a good play on the part of Dean. Over to Harms. Harms clears the ball wide. Coming out to meet it now is Rains. Knocks the ball in front of him. Right on his tail there was Robertson. He went down and stayed down as the ball goes back out there towards the wing position. Coming in to meet it now is Thompson. Picks it up nicely. And at about it, Danaher's made the difference of that back line. He's livened them all up as we see the ball punched away by Rhys Jones. Grabbed by Bradley over to Elvin. Elvin's kick is smothered. Coming in to meet it now is Walsh. It bounces the wrong way. Kernahan gets a hand pass to Glasgow. Over it goes to Silvani. This will be a goal for sure. Good hand pass to McClure on his own. There's no doubt about that one, a goal. So it's 7 points the difference now. The Blues bouncing back.
Scoreboard, Essendon 11-10-76 and Carlton now 10-9-69 at the MCG.
Well, they need Elvin firing, Pete, because in that third quarter he was missing one possession, and he's the bloke that creates the loose man, as he did then.
They need that guy to fire too, Lou McClure.
Well, that's right. And good play on the part of Carlton. The good hand pass coming over there to McClure and had no trouble putting it through for a goal.
4.5 minutes into the final quarter. 76 plays 69. Still anybody's match. It's a thriller at the cricket ground. Down to Mark Thompson. Oh, he's well tackled. Just about holding the ball. He's got him. So the free kick will go to Robertson at half forward.
Going to try today too, Pete. He played very well the last game.
Gone for a short pass. The lead from Alvin effective. Alvin plays on. He's in the pocket. Bad angle. Has he got it? 1 point. So Tommy Alvin not able to convert from the boundary line. 5 minutes gone.
Well, he's made the difference since he started to run on again. There's no doubt he's their link man, and once Alvin starts to fire like he did in the first half of the match, Carlton are a different side.
6 points the difference. Danaher to half back. Rhys Jones behind. Didn't go the punch. Should have. Couple flying now. Umpire Peter Cameron will, of course, pay it to Thompson.
Well, I don't know. I think Thompson could have lost that because there was a bit of heavy work by Thompson to Rhys Jones before when he was grabbed.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. He's giving it to Thompson plus a 15-metre penalty.
Might have been a bit lucky to get that.
Short pass to centre field. Good knock on by Rains. The end result wasn't what Essendon wanted though, because it's gone to Glasgow. He got it from Dean down to Murphy. Murphy's hand pass on to Johnson, always dangerous. A goal here would level the scores, but he's off target. 5 points the difference. So Carlton coming right back at Essendon now, and as I said, it is a thriller. Johnson looks as though he's got a couple of rounds with Tim Witherspoon. Knocked away by Richardson. It's out of bounds. Left half forward flank for the Blues just past the 50-metre mark. It'll be a boundary throw in 6.5 minutes into the term.
5 points the difference. On the Blues half forward line, knocked out by Salmon. Right in the hands of Montford. They go back into attack down towards their full forward position. Knocked on by Silvani as they go for McClure. Murphy chipping in there. He couldn't get a kick. He was grabbed by Danaher. That was a good tackle. Picked up by Thompson. A hand pass coming over to Fold, but Alvin's right on his tail. He's on the boundary line and it'll be out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 45, 50 metres around from the Carlton goal. They're trailing by 5 points. They're 71 points to Western 76. Just on the 7-minute mark of this last quarter, there's 50-odd thousand people who are enjoying every moment of this game. It's a thriller. Out it goes now, picked up by Strost. Hasn't played a bad game. Back to Rhys Jones. Silvani comes in. The ball tapped out. Silvani again. A hand pass. Goes over now. Motley, a snap at goal. But Danaher's there, but he won't save. It'll go through for a point.
4 points the difference.
4 points the difference. Just on the 7.5-minute mark. You couldn't get a better game of football than this. It thrills and spills and plenty of spectacular play as the ball goes out there towards Kernahan and Walsh. Off the top of the pack. Bradley, who's been missing all day, coming into the picture now as he shoots the ball deep into the full forward position. The pack fly, tapped down to Murphy. A snap at goal. This will be good. It's a goal. And the Blues have hit the front. 8 minutes into the quarter. Carlton 11 goals, 12-78 to Western 11-10-76.
Fraser Murphy's first goal. The little Rover started on the bench. The Carlton Rover comes out to congratulate him. 10 possessions so far for Murphy. And a very valuable kick, that one. The Blues hit back. They trailed by 14 points at three-quarter time. Once again, Carlton looking good. 7th big lead. being enjoyed today in Western Australia and also Tasmania. In South Australia as well. 8.5 minutes gone. Final term. Bradley. He's been very quiet, but what he has done in the last quarter has been good. Johnston's kick partly smothered. Picked up by Neil Clark. Clark's kick back to half forward. Dool and Duckworth. Richardson off the ground. Harvey does it well, tries to get clear of Meldrum and Glascott, does so over the top of Motley. Considine at half forward, long kick into the square, tall timber there as Madden off his hands, hit the post and 1 point. There might be a free kick, no. One behind, that will stand. And so it's 11-11, 77 to 11-12, 78. 1 point the difference at the cricket ground. Harms. Kick dropping a little bit short, knocked away by Salmon. Picked up by Baker, always dangerous. Good block. And Baker just about to get clear. So there will be a bounce at half forward. Motley limping. He's had a bad run with injuries this year. Knocked away by Justin Madden. Motley now moving okay over to Harms. Playing his 150th, and what a game he's played. Had a quiet third term, but he had a few mates. Strong mark by Mark Thompson. And Mark Thompson at right centre wing will put Essendon back into attack as we approach the 10-minute mark.
Point the difference. Thompson back into attack over their half-forward line. The pack fly, it comes down to Hawker, looking for someone to give it to. Over to Hazard. Hazard back to Hawker, scooting around that half-forward on a short pass to Rains. He's grabbed it like a slip catch. The umpire called play on. Up it goes to Dool. Dool got the punch out to Motley, missed it. Has a go for Elshaw. It's a goal. The Bombers are back in front again. Oh, this is the crowd going mad. What a game. 10 minutes gone of this last quarter. It's Essendon 12 goals, 11-83 to Carlton 11-12, 78.
Bad miss by Motley there. He had the chance to do something with the ball, but hit it straight to ground, and Elshaw pounced on it very quickly. Dool hit it down, then Motley went for the knock-on. It was not successful. Elshaw picked it up, and he made no mistake putting through his first goal.
The Bombers 5 points in front, just over the 10.5-minute mark of this last quarter. Salmon against Justin Madden, picked up that time by Baker, playing a slashing game in the centre. Hazard goes to knock it over to Rains. He fumbles the ball. He's down by 2 of them. They won't let him go. Dool's there too. Certainly collared him. I think Dean might have been the other player. So it'll be a ball up on that 50-metre mark in Essendon's attacking zone. Rains comes out limping. They don't get much chance for a breather here today, Pete. They're really going in hard, both sides.
Rains looking very sore.
Ball up at centre half forward. Madden in front. That's Justin Madden. Got the tap down. Robertson missed that. Nearly copped one from Harvey. Getting through the pack as Elshaw fires again. This could be good. It's another goal. They're 11 points in front. The Bombers coming back into it again. 11.5 minutes gone. It's now Carlton 11 goals, 12-78 to Essendon 13-11, 89. And what a game this is today.
Rains coming off the ground, not surprisingly, because he was limping noticeably just a couple of minutes back. And Rains giving Thompson the thumbs up. That's Mick Thompson coming back on. Elshaw, 2 goals, and both of those have been kicked in the last minute and a half of play. Approaching the 12-minute mark now, the final term. It's 11-12 to 13-11, 89 to 78. So Essendon 11 points in front. Can Carlton come back again? They hit the front of this term. Free kick for holding the ball. Johnston. The half forward at the back is Silvani. Can't get clear. Good tackle by Mark Thompson. A bounce inside the 50-metre line.
A tough game, Thompson, today, Peter. A very tough game, particularly since half-time.
Carlton need a goal now. 12.5 minutes in. Salmon and Kernahan. Fraser Murphy doesn't get a good bounce. Walsh does it well. Danaher. Bradley late on the scene. The pass is effective though. Folds, Clark. They're running well now. Essendon, first time they've done this for a long time today. Hazard at left centre wing. Hazard in front of Dool. Short pass. Beautifully delivered to Baker. Baker from centre field. 25 possessions he's had today. Oh, that's a great mark, Dorotich. Justin Madden. Inside the 50-metre defence line up to centre wing. Johnston, well blocked by Motley. That was a good shepherd to keep Richardson at bay. Johnston keeps going. He centred the ball. The pass, not on, man in front. Silvani trying to outmark from behind, and Hamilton gets the ball. Over to Folds. Folds out wide. Tries to find Ezard or Considine. The latter takes it at left half-back flank. Playing his first game, and he has done well. Mark taken by Harvey. Even Harvey's coming good now because he's been sadly out of form. 11 Dita's good news. Hawker, 50 metres out, short pass. Madden and Doherty. Madden!
Beautiful pass, Peter, but that was a great mark by Madden under tremendous pressure from Doherty. He's played a tough game today, Doherty. He's knocked them over one by one, but that was a very strong mark by the bomber ruckman.
I'll tell you what, if he can kick this, I reckon Essendon are just about there, you know.
He's had 9 marks today, Simon, but I think he's been the most effective of the 2 Madden boys.
Probably been more effective around the ground. Justin may have won more of the tap-outs, but Madden, a chance for his left foot to put the Blues into the real hot seat.
Just over 14 minutes gone. The shot by Madden. That's good. So they're leading by 17 points now. And things are not looking too good for Carlton. Scoreboard. 14-11-95 for Essendon to Carlton. 11-12-78. That's Simon Madden's second goal.
3 to Ezard, 2 to Madden. Leading goal kickers for the Bombers, and Paul Salmon also has 2. Silvani, 3 for Carlton, and Glasgow also has 3 goals.
All the Bombers missing men for the last 5 or 6 weeks are coming back into the picture now. Ezard's playing a pretty good game. Richardson's doing well, the best game he's played since switching out from Collingwood. And we even saw Harvey coming to the picture. Back in the centre now. It's Salmon against Kerner by Justin Madden. Back to Richardson, the boy I was talking about. He's played a fair game. Harvey flies, but Hums at the back. Down he goes. There's a go for Mick Thompson. Over to Hawker. Always plays a great game. He goes for a pass looking for Madden. But Doherty's has got him well covered. He's doing a great job down there in defence. Gets the ball back towards the half-back line, but the kick's a shocker. Hawker, a bad hand pass. Comes back now to Harvey, scoots through the pack beautifully. The hand pass coming over to Hurd. Picked up by Ezard. Gets around Dooley. Had no trouble doing that. A Stafford goal. And that's another one. They're killing them now at the 15.5-minute mark. It's Carlton 11 goals, 12-78 to Essendon, 15-11, 101. So you can put down your glasses just about now at this early stage of the quarter.
Second half on the scoreboard by the Bombers, another 4 in the final term as they went away to win 15-15, 105, 25-point victors over Carlton, 11-14, 80. And a much-needed win by Kevin Sheedy and the team from Windy. 4, Salmon, Madden and Elshaw 2 apiece, whilst for the Blues, their main scorer was David Glascott and Stephen Silvani, each contributing 3.